Hello, hello, and welcome to another one of our live Q&As. This time we're going to talk about the Sorcerers Homecoming event, and we'll probably also find time to talk about some more general stuff, more general questions. So as always, please put your questions into the chat, into the comments. We'll try to answer as many as possible. But why don't we talk about the event a little bit in general first, Bernard? Why don't you kick us off with the story?
Yeah, sure. So hey everyone, yeah, like Lucas said, we're gonna talk about the Sorcerers Homecoming event, which is the second edition of the Sorcerers event story. On the first edition, Zalfiel, the one helping you throughout the event, was bringing the apprentices to the Towers of Wisdom. And this time around, something happened in the city, something's going wrong, and Zafio is having to bring all the apprentices, which are now actual pilgrims, back into the city to help out. So the story goes as a few mana crevasses. So we're calling these fissures on the ground where mana is pouring out, are just coming out of the ground everywhere in the city and around the countryside, and the sorcerers have to help manage them because they are causing magical havoc. And if you haven't played this event before, it's quite simple. You have a miniature on a board and three options to go for one of the beacons of power, or where one of these alterations is happening, and you have to pick between the rewards that they give out and how much they cost, so that you move your apprentices there and help out and get rewards out of it, of course. And like the other events, we have a series of quests where you can get sorcerer's knowledge, which is what you spend to help your apprentices move, to get these rewards out of it. And once you go back into the city, you get your main prize. So quite tense situation that Zalfia is having to help. I'm not gonna spoiler how the story goes, but yeah, you gotta help him manage the mana crevasses.
Yeah, and along the way you gain different rewards, right? We have, I think, 4 new daily rewards. We also have like a completely new building set as the main reward. What does the building set do, the grand prize?
So yeah, the building set is a really awesome piece. For me, it's my favorite until now. It's a big set where players are going to be able to find, well, you players are going to be able to find a lot of the basic goods, mana, combining catalysts, and relics. So the one thing that's important is that you, so they build upon each other, right? You have the center manor, and you have to connect all of these other pieces to it so that the pilgrim manor can give you all the bonuses that you get for connecting all of them. It's quite a good looking building and also quite powerful. Which one of the daily buildings did you prefer this time, Lucas?
I think the one that I prefer is the Unexpected Morning. I think it's honestly really funny, just the building itself, like the idea of it. And it's also pretty strong in terms of population. So I have it in my city a few times. So I think that's like all around a very good building. What's your favorite?
For me, it's the Hungry Treasure. It brings me back to this pen and paper times where I played, and there was this hungry treasure mimic that would try to attack us, and this brings me back to all those times. So it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
We are already having some questions over here. I see Susan is asking, how can I get all of the building set? Well, it's pretty simple, to be honest. If you play the event every day and get the daily quests that we provide and complete all of the quests in the quest line, you should be able to complete the set. You're going to get 2 pieces from the quest milestones that you get for completing the quests, and the other pieces you should get from your normal progression in the event, in the main event window where you're moving your apprentice in. So you should be able to get it just by completing the whole quest line and playing every day.
Yep. We have another question from Carla. Will we keep portraits as the final prize for these events? So we have different ideas for like final prize. We want to switch it up a little bit, right? We don't want to give out the same stuff over and over. But I think portraits are a nice thing, and especially for like for the Sorcerers event now, where we have the leagues, where the portrait is like very difficult to get. Like, you have to be among the top 1% of players. It's a very cool exclusive thing, right? You can show, okay, I'm really good. I played this event a lot. I was really good at it, and I have this portrait to show for it, which is very few players actually have it. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't think. I mean, for a few events we had the portrait as the last milestone reward as well, right? But we went back to having a building there in that place because mostly also because players didn't like to have it as a last reward, right? Maybe it's a little bit nicer to have something tangible at the very end. So for now, we have buildings there, and we moved the portraits over to the leagues.
Yeah, which brings us to the leagues, right? I think it's a good thing that we mentioned a little bit how the leagues work. They're this new thing that we're bringing to events. And the general idea really is to give you all more options of getting rewards, how to get even more rewards out of the event. So everyone that just participates in the event will get rewarded. But the more you participate and the more actively you go through it, the more efficiently you go through it, the more rewards you're going to get, right? At the end, so we have this leagues button where you can see your position and what rewards you're going to get if you finish in the current league that you are. And at the end of the event, you will get all of the rewards of the current league that you are located in. And you progress in these leagues just by playing through the event. So just do the quests, progress in the event, get your buildings, get your rewards, and you're already in the league. You don't have to worry about it. You just, if you want to be more efficient, you're going to try to find the best beacons to get you progressing in the event a lot like further, but that's all you have to worry about.
Yep. And it's also pretty cool to see like the dynamic of it, right? It's being recalculated every hour, and it's pretty cool to see how it goes up as everybody is playing the event. I mean, it's also a cool thing that you can actually see how people are playing the event, right? On what days they are spending their currency and stuff like that.
So we have a question here from Enzo. First of all, he says, "I love the event. Thank you. Like, we're glad you are enjoying it." And he says, "I love so much this building set. Do you will bring more buildings with relics to the events?" Buildings with relics are an option. It's been quite a while since we used them. It's good to see that you like them. It is one of the things that we wanted to look out for, see if players would enjoy this as well as one of the main rewards. But yeah, there's nothing prevents us from bringing more event buildings with relics on them.
Yep, absolutely. I also think it was a really cool idea to have it be the relics that you need to create combining catalysts, right? Because, for example, I only create combining catalysts in my Magic Academy, or I do it a lot at least. So I'm always staffed for these like specific relics. So I think that those are the perfect ones that the current set gives.
What else?
We have another question from Enzo, actually. Why didn't you make a building that produces Unurium? Yeah, maybe you want to go ahead and answer that?
Yeah, sure. So the Unurium right now is on the very late chapters of the game. For all of you that are new players, don't know what Unurium is, it comes out, I think, on chapter 16 or 17. I'm not
17.
17. Yeah. So because it is such a new resource in the game, we will wait a bit longer. So it's more there's more players making use of this resource. So it's just more about finding something that will have more players enjoy it. We will get to a point where we're going to have event buildings that produce Unurium, but yeah, it was just not the right time yet. Christina asks, how about exchanging artifacts within the fellowship? Oh, exchanging artifacts between players, you mean? That's interesting. I haven't thought of that before. I don't know. Have you, Lucas, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've talked to someone about it before.
Mhm.
I think it's a cool idea, but it also has a lot of implications, right?
Yes.
So, for example, two players could play together to get a level 10 building, and both of them just earn half of the artifacts, I guess.
Yeah.
So that will make it very easy then to earn the last stage, and it should be a little bit special at least. It should show that you played the event and you finished it. It's a little bit of a symbol as well, right?
True.
So I think it has a lot of different implications, but I'm not saying that it wouldn't be possible at some point in the future.
So Richard has another idea regarding the portraits. It says expansions instead of portraits would be cool too. Yeah, I guess they would. With the expansions, it is also a bit complicated for us in terms of finding the right balance to it. I think we explored the idea before over here and we talked about it. We haven't really found out the best way of introducing expansions as a big reward like this. I don't know if it's something that we would do in the near future, but it is something that we discuss and we try to find possible ways to put it in there because we know you players enjoy them, but that's quite a hard one for us to pinpoint the best way to use it.
Yeah, I mean, we also have some very dedicated players who have all the expansions already, right? So we'd have to offer something for them as well. It's a big topic. It would be quite a challenge for us to find something that fits everyone.
Right. So I see another one here from Keith. How do I get the Pilgrim Forge in the current event? I can't find it. So the Pilgrim Forge is one of the parts of the set, and it is one of the main rewards, one of the grand prizes, right? So as long as you keep playing and you keep getting grand prizes, it will pop up in those next two, and then you get through it until you find it. I'm not sure exactly at what point, if it is closer to the end or not, but it is there. So don't worry. Just keep playing and you'll find it.
I think it's pretty close to the end. I think it's the last one or the second to last one.
It is also one of the most cooler looking ones. So
yeah, I mean the set in general just looks great, right? The animations. I think that's a really cool one, even in terms of looks.
Yeah.
Stephanie also has a question about the portraits as well. So maybe we could have multiple options, so male or female, so more players can actually enjoy them. And you should keep an eye out on our next few events because we have a lot of cool ideas for new portraits, male, female, and also some other stuff like animals as well. So we have all different kinds of ideas for portraits, and I think we will have one portrait for everyone at some point.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, San Miguel says, "Hey guys, thanks for the new hide and show buildings button. It truly helps." Yeah, that is definitely one improvement that we're getting a lot of positive feedback. We're really happy you players are enjoying this. This is for now only available on the mobile version of the game. If you haven't checked it out and you only play on browser, grab up your mobile, download it, and check it out. It's really helpful whenever you need to move things around.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
We have a question from Donny. I love the airship event from last year and placed the whole set in my city. I hope it is easy to achieve the top league prize because I want to get more event buildings. So the very top of the league is not very easy to get to, right? You'll have to be among the most dedicated players, right, to get to the very top of it. But you can get a full set of the event if you just play regularly. If you play through the whole event and you have average luck, you will get the whole set. which is pretty cool. So you can add that to your airship set as well.
We also have a comment here by Adam regarding spell fragments. Every event asks us to produce them, but you also get a ton in the Spire. Let us trade it for something. Yes, we are aware that the spell fragments are something that is piling up on many players' cities. And we are working, we're like considering the best way of bringing more use to the spell fragment, so you all can have the most out of it, right? Right now, we're still in the concept phases for that, so I cannot really share a lot of information about what do we want to do with it, but keep in mind that we are planning on something in there to make it so you can use those spell fragments.
Yep.
Oh, we have a couple of praises here. Chira says, I want to tell you, Evanar is a wonderful game. Stephanie also says she loves the new set. That's really cool.
Yep. Another question from Enzo. Why did you remove the wishing wells? Mm-hmm. So the wishing wells were just too strong for how easy they were to get. Right? Mm-hmm. We had them as like daily price, and you can get 15 of them or something. And it was just too strong. It was just imbalanced, and it was unfair to players who didn't get them. Mm-hmm. So what we did is actually we created the Goddess of Wishes as well, which is a prize in this event as well, which is very similar. It's just not quite as strong. Right, mm-hmm. You still get a decent amount of diamonds from it. You still get a lot of other stuff from it, but it's a lot more in line with like other buildings that we have in the game. I think it just makes sense to have like one common level in terms of rewards. Yeah.
Okay, we have another question here from Tina. Are there any changes to the next Fellowship adventure? Correct me if I'm wrong, Lucas, but I don't think there's any changes other than the rewards that will be given out. And if you want to check it out, it starts on beta tomorrow. So just go over to beta, sign up if you don't have an account yet, and it will start tomorrow. So you can see the stuff that you can get on the next Fellowship adventure. Mm-hmm. Okay. Paula says it would be great to have an artifact upgrade as an FA prize that will upgrade anything. Like upgrade anything. So like a Joker artifact, so to say. That's interesting. I actually never thought of something like that, but could be something interesting. I guess I'll bring that to the design team over here because who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it would also be really strong, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to take some precautions, right? Yes. Because, for example, I could just save up 9 artifacts and then I can get the level 10 building for the next event without doing anything in the event. But I mean, it's a cool idea. If we make it rare enough and valuable enough, it could work. Sure. So Christine says, I do not have enough room to complete all the quests in the chapters. Could we get more room for this? So all of the chapter quests should be completable with the room that you can get through the world map and through research. So there should always be enough room. One thing that helps a lot is teleporting buildings into your inventory, right? At least for a certain amount of time, so you can make a little bit of room for like the quest that you're currently on, if you need more room. And then after you're done with the chapter or with the few quests that you wanted to do, you can put them back out into your city. I think that could be a nice tip.
Thorsten says it might be nice as well as I find rewards in the surround. Wait, it might be nice as well as I find special rewards in the surrounding areas, not where the shovels are, but more hidden. So you would have more hidden places to find the treasures around during the event time. Well, that is a a tough one because we have people that like that to like really find it, and we have people that complain that they can't find it. So we have to find these places where it's going to be an interesting thing for you to find around your city, but not really a challenge. That's not the idea of that. We want you to have like something extra to do in your town. So we're not trying to really challenge you to find them. But maybe if we do something not connected to the events, or players could find some special rewards, could be interesting.
Yeah. Thomas has a good question. I want to work in games development. Do you still have a job available? So for any of you who might be interested in that, we always have a lot of jobs open. They are advertised on our website, innogames.com. So you can just go there, try to see if there's something that fits you, and maybe you can join our awesome team.
Okay, Tamara says, thank you for adding combining catalysts to one of the new event buildings. Speaking of which, are the libraries gone for good? The libraries? I'm not sure. Like, I only remember the carding libraries.
I think it's the Spire libraries, the set from Spire that we.
Yeah, the Moonstone libraries. Yes. Go on, Lucas. Do you?
Yeah. So we've removed them for now, at least, and we've replaced them with artifacts. And currently, we are not planning to bring them back. So we may want to bring them back in a very limited amount. So right now, for example, you can still craft them, right? If you don't have a set at all, the Moonstone library set, then you can craft it, and you can get one of it. So you can still get it, but we are not planning to bring it back to the Spire. We don't want players to get multiples of them anymore at this point, because we also know that the whole scrolls economy is a huge topic.
We also have another question here from Enzo. After I get the Pilgrim's Forge, could I get a second copy of the Pilgrim's Manor by continuing to advance in the event with Sorcerer's Knowledge? Yes, you will. So, for you that don't know, the Pilgrim's Forge and the Pilgrim Manor are two parts of the main set, which is the main reward in the event. And yes, if you continue playing, the more you play, you're gonna get more parts of the set. So you could even get a second or a third complete set, depending on how much you devote yourself to the event. So San Miguel says, do you think we can make more buildings similar to the Bumblebee stables? It was a great daily prize in the last event. Yeah, why not? This is something we are trying to explore. Many types of rewards. The ones that players enjoy the most will probably come back more often, of course. And if you don't find like that a building exactly like that, it might be that you find that building on future events. We sometimes bring back buildings that were daily prizes on previous events on the future, maybe next year or maybe in a different event. So just keep an eye out for it. It might come back.
Yeah, and I mean, in general, unit producing buildings we will have in future events as well. So even new ones, I guess. So that's something that will come back for sure. Gene is asking, could the teleport buildings be something we earn instead of needing luck to get one? It's hard when some are not very lucky and can't get one in a very long time. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. Like it always is with games of chance, right? If you like only have a certain chance to get something you want, especially also with the artifacts in the Spire at the moment, where it's a little bit dependent on your luck, how many you will get. Yeah, so for example, for the teleport buildings thing, I guess we could consider it. Consider putting them maybe in the events as a grand prize. There could be something.
Yeah.
Maybe in the Magic Academy, maybe in crafting. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to talk to the team about it. We also want the different spells and different items to feel a little bit special in a certain feature, right? So we don't want to give out every item in every different part of the game, because that would be a little bit boring.
Yeah.
And right now the teleport building spell is very special to the Spire. But yeah, sure. I mean, we'll definitely consider it.
Cindy says we need items that help our troops be stronger in battles. We have those. We have these expiring buildings that you can get on the Spire that help your mages, that help your ranged units. They last for a few days. You can also craft them. Where else can you get them? I think in those two places are the main places. But yeah, they pop around every now and then. Just keep an eye out for them because they help a lot. They are very powerful.
Definitely. Yeah, if you want to go really deep into the tournaments, you also need some every week. So you'll have to try and keep an eye on your crafting rotation. Try to get as many of them as possible. That's one of the things that you need to do to be very, very successful in the tournaments.
Enzo is participating a lot. I like that. So he asks, will you one day have an event around the Zodiac? Well, maybe not your traditional Zodiac, but we do have an event around the Elvenar Zodiac that happens in autumn. So you can expect for it. We are planning on having it this year as well. So just keep your eye open for it. It will come. It's quite beautiful. It's a player favorite as well. So
Jennifer has a question for fellowship events. It would be wonderful if we could have a way to see a tally of badges that our team has earned. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. I think you can only see it on the different waypoints at the moment. And then once you complete a map, I don't think you can go back to it. So it would be nice to have like some kind of leaderboard for your fellowship, right? To see who spent what amount of badges in what stage, maybe. Yeah, that would be interesting.
I think we only have time for one or two more questions, right, Lucas? Okay, so Gary says, how about an enchantment that returns evolved items to the inventory, especially bears? What do you think, Lucas?
I think it's a really cool idea. We haven't done it so far for technical reasons. But we are trying some things actually at the moment. Maybe we can get it to work. If you want to be the first one to find out about it, create a beta account for these new things. But we're definitely working on something. We will try to bring it to Elvenar, but I can't promise anything because it's actually a really difficult topic in terms of like technical implementation. Our developers are talking a lot about it.
Julia asks, why are the daily prizes in this event less culture focused? I think it's just a variation. Every event we try to find cool rewards and we try to mix it up. It's for no reason specifically. It just happened that this event has less culture focused buildings than others, but then the future events could have more culture focused buildings. So yeah, if you need them, keep playing. The next events will most likely bring something new that can help you out.
Okay, so maybe we can do one more.
Yeah.
Sylvia's asking, could you tell us any spoiler about the next event building? So we've basically already told you a little bit of a spoiler in the change notes. Because we implemented a new feature for our evolution buildings. So if you go to the change notes and then read through them for the last few weeks, you will probably find a little spoiler of what the next event building can do.
And one thing I can say, it is quite pretty.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I think that wraps it up. So thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much for your questions. Thanks for playing the game as well. We really hope you enjoyed. We really hope you enjoy the Sorcerers event as well. Yeah, and we'll get back to work on the next few events. Try to bring you more cool stuff to play.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.